Hello. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have no idea what happened with the audio of the other reading. Okay. However, I do feel like that was an omen in regards to you could not hear your spiritual team for a long time. And it was because of a psychic attack that was being sent because of either a harpy spirits, or someone that was doing magic behind the scenes, all right, that was being directed to you. All right. It was almost like trying to delay messages to you so that way you wouldn't know that you were under psychic attack, or to psychically attack your gifts, especially if you're someone that has clairvoyance abilities. All right. Not being able to see things clearly, not being able to decipher what messages were for you and what messages weren't for you, or just like having a disconnect completely from your spiritual team. Okay. I did get messages specifically in regards to a snake is being removed from your energy. All right, a snake-like energy. Someone was using dark feminine energy to work you. Someone was utilizing, when I say dark feminine energy, I mean like darker feminine entities or deities. To confuse you and things of that nature. But that is now being cleared out, and you're now going to be getting a lot of downloads and things like that in regards to this situation. All right. That being said, I am going to clear the energy with the singing bowl. Okay. So let's get some messages for you guys now. I am going to use the Lenormand and the Hush Tarot to clarify your messages. I already lit sage and citrus to cleanse the space, but to also uplift it. And let's see what's going on. What do we need to know? Angel number 333. You will be back in alignment. Things will start flowing the way they're supposed to, especially if there was blockages and delays. Your luck is back. Confirmation with the clover. So if you've been having issues with your luck, it's back. All right. I also got confirmation of like your luck is protected. All right. I feel like this is what was being attacked. Your luck, your fortune, and the give and take or the exchange of energy as well. Not being able to receive things that were for you is another thing, all right, that was being affected. What else? What else do we need to know? Yeah, angel number 444, another confirmation. What else? Yeah, especially if you're Divine feminine energy. If you're this divine feminine energy, you're going to start getting your luck streak back. I don't know, maybe you were somebody that was very, very lucky, and I feel like that was being attacked. All right. Your luck was being attacked, but now you're protected. You know, you have your house here. All right, things in regards to the house is going to start getting back in order as well. What else? Yeah, shit. I do feel like if there was delays in terms of you moving from one place to another, that's gonna get back on track. If there was like delays in terms of plans, in regards to that, that's gonna get back on track. If you just wanted to get away from home for a little bit and there was issues to do so, like vacationing or taking trips or just getting out of the house, that's going to change too. Yeah, that's going to change too. And I feel like whatever this energy was, like it was definitely something that was hidden, or this person wanted to hide any energy that they were casting towards you or on you, or projecting onto you, right? Because it could have been, if it wasn't like a close relationship that you had with this person and this person was doing this to you, then most likely it had something to do with the relationship that you had with a soulmate or a romantic partner. And it definitely was impacting not just that romantic relationship or the connection between the both of you guys, but also like just your love life in general, your luck, and like your plans, right? It was kind of like sabotaging those things from what I'm seeing. And it was also triggering your inner child. So certain things were resurfacing in regards to your inner child that you may have already healed, and it came up again. Okay, so these are just confirmations in regards to that situation too. What else? We have the anchor. You're going to be more stable. Where you were facing instability, uncertainty, you weren't being grounded, and now you're going to be more grounded moving forward. Yeah, I definitely see that energy here. And then we have the bottom of the deck, the heart, right? So emotionally, if you were not as grounded emotionally, you were acting out of impulse or acting like from a hurt place or a triggered place emotionally, that's where that was coming from, okay? What else? Let's back this up. Boom. All right. See, and then like that's another thing, like technology was acting up too. All right. That's another omen too. Right? A lot of things like you couldn't zoom in on things, you couldn't see things clearly. Like there's a lot of like things here, right? You weren't able to get your messages from your favorite reader, or you weren't able to be able to book readings, or you weren't able to afford getting your spiritual work done, or you weren't able to afford whatever healing modalities that you use, whether it be like going to physical therapy, whether it means to go to a counselor or a spiritual advisor or a shaman or a Reiki practitioner, whatever that is for you, right? Or a life coach or a mentor or something like that. Whatever was causing those blocks, this is what it was, right? It was hindering your luck. So like, I don't like saying that, but like you hit a bad luck streak because of a harpy spirit. And that harpy spirit was also connected to another woman that was like a manipulator of energy. And if that person wasn't a manipulator of energy, then that person was definitely a hidden, or what we call a closeted witch, okay? What's going on here? Like that's why you got to be careful with like who you share like your spiritual practices with or your spiritual beliefs with, because people will try you. They will try you, right? So you got to be careful with that. What else? We have the stork here. All right. So stork talks about, bringing in that baby, right? Bringing in that baby of good luck, the bundle of good luck. That's what I'm seeing here. The bundle of good luck is coming to you. All right. This is what's coming in. This is what's being dropped off at your door, boo. Okay. We have the gentleman. All right. So I will say that this could be getting a good luck streak in terms of your love life with this masculine energy as well. All right, a masculine energy is coming towards you, and that's a good thing. All right, it's not a bad thing. All right, let's see what's going on here. What else? All right, we have the rider. Yeah, double confirmation. Somebody's definitely coming in. Definitely coming in. All right, this is also an omen of good news coming in as well. You may be getting a message from a masculine. All right. For some of you, it may be two different ones. All right. Angel number 1111. What else? All right, we have the clouds here. Yeah, there was a lot of things that were unclear in regards to your environment, your home situation, your home dynamics, even about car situations. Okay. Like a lot of things were unclear. Those were all psychic attacks. All right. Especially if your plans to like go somewhere vacationing and stuff like that. We have the key here. You're now going to be able to unlock a brand new chapter for yourself. Angel number 33. All right. What else here? All right, we have the letter. So two confirmations of some sort of news or message coming in. The letter actually talks about like a message, not just a physical letter or document. But this is like a email, a text message, or something of that sort that's coming in. The door being open, that lets me know that there could have been a blockage in terms of communication or regarding the stability of the communication, the consistency behind communication between you and someone else. That is coming back because the door is now being open. If this door was closed at some point in time, that means that that energy manipulator or that closeted witch was definitely impacting you being able to get some sort of message, get some sort of clarity, be able to make some sort of plans moving forward or moving out of that energy. Okay. What else? Okay. We have the star here. Yeah. And there's also, you're going to also receive a lot of confirmations in regards to healing. All right. In regards to healing your own energy. And then we have, look at that. I told you two different masculine energies. All right. So we have, whenever I see this one right here, I know that they could be light skin, but they're not Caucasian. They could be light skin. All right. Yellow or Hispanic. All right. Whenever I get this energy, this is giving the energy of you could be mixed. Oh, not you. This person could be mixed. This person could be African American, or they can be some sort of minority with olive to brown skin tone. Okay. So yeah, I picked up 3 different masculine energies, but it's really giving 2. So it could be like you feel like another one's gonna come, but it's really just one returning. Okay. And this was the cause of blockages or something like that in regards to that. Especially in regards here with the heart, the gentleman and the anchor and the star. I feel like there's going to be healing in the heart space of a masculine, and this is going to become more stable. This masculine is going to become more emotionally grounded when it comes to you moving forward. Okay, let's get more details. What else do they need to know? What else do we need to know? For this crow call. Thank you. Harpy spirits. There it is. The harpy spirits are there. Boom. Then you have the King of Swords. Okay. So I'm seeing that with the harpy spirit energy, right? there are two women that could be significant here in regards to this masculine energy, right? The stories talks about brand new beginnings with this masculine, but the harpy spirits were affecting the luck streak of how good or how well or how fortunate things would have turned out with you and this masculine, right? This masculine is now coming in the energy of the King of Swords, meaning this person is well aware of their own actions. They're well aware of their own intentions. The King of Swords is someone that is practical, logical, and very strategic. So this person coming in is definitely coming in knowing exactly their intentions. Okay, the King of Swords is very matter of fact, and so this is more like from the logical perspective versus the emotional perspective. So this person is coming towards you knowing more than what they knew before with the cloud. So maybe they, at some point in time, they were a little bit confused of what the heck was going on in their household, of what the heck did they want in terms of family dynamics, and just how they, what they believe that they wanted in terms of family dynamics, period. All right, but now this person's coming out as the King of Swords. All right, so again, take what resonates here in regards to the situation. What else? Then we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, you could have been definitely surrounded by a lot of negative energy, negative talk, just like negative thinking. But all of this was a part of those psychic attacks that I've mentioned, right? With that cloud energy here, in terms of which direction you wanted to head in, what things that you wanted to start, what new beginnings that you wanted to take and what you didn't want to take, how to even get out of a sticky situation. All of these things had something to do with that energetic manipulator or that closeted witch, which is tied to these two harpy spirits right here, these two feminine harpy spirits, okay? That being said, we have the seven, right? No, the Five of Swords. This was causing conflict in regards to your roads. So your roads were blocked energetically. So it was hard for you to travel longer distances. It was also hard for you to be able to receive information from afar or information in general. Like there could have been delays in regards to getting letters or delays in regards to getting news, just a lot of blockages in terms of your plans as well, okay? A lot of doors could have been closed for you, or a lot of doors were hard to open for you, okay? And that's why. And then we have the Lovers card here, but now everything is being rectified in terms of a specific relationship in your life. The Lovers does talk about a romantic relationship, but it also talks about a major relationship in your life, all right? That is healing at this time. Let's get more info. More details. What else do we need to know? Let's clarify the harpy spirits. Yeah, we have the Two of Wands here. So it definitely was talking, they're saying like contracts, partnerships, relationships, soulmate dynamic relationships, soul tribe relationships were definitely affected. The decision making behind those relationships were affected in terms of what direction you should go in. Should we continue? Should we stop? Should I walk away? Things of those, yeah, that's what I'm getting here, especially if the person kept coming back around. You just were unsure, and that was the energetic manipulation of these two harpy women spirit, okay? Or the closeted witch, right? That's connected to these women, all right? What's going on here? So one of them could be like, they're both harpies, yes. But one of them could be a closeted witch and the other could be an energetic manipulator. Is what I'm hearing. What else? Then we have the Knight of Cups. I do feel like romantically, there's going to be more passion, especially where there was a lot of confusion in your romance. Okay, there's going to be more passion. If you guys have lost the spark or the passion, like the love of something, I do feel like that love is coming back. The Knight of Cups is very romantic. The Crow is here, so starting at the crack of dawn, right? So this could have been like early this morning, you felt all the love return, or you're going to start feeling the love return early in the morning, the passion behind something, especially if there was confusion behind the connection, the relationship, or where something was going, where something was headed in your life, okay? Especially with that self-negative talk, feeling stuck in that Eight of Swords. That Eight of Swords is actually a symbol of someone binding you or binding negativity to you, or binding negativity to certain circumstances that you've had or you were experiencing, okay? So you're starting to break free from that. What else? What else do they need to know? Also, there's omens right here of the two swans, and the two swans are soulmates. So a divine relationship could be significant for you guys with those swans, okay? What else? So a soulmate relationship could be healing. Your beauty could be healing. We have the Three of Cups. Let me just figure out how to, there. The Three of Cups, right? And so new relationships are going to start opening up for you, especially where you felt stuck, like, oh, I'm going to be alone forever, or I'm not going to have people that relate to me or get me, or the friends that I always have always try to compete with me or something like that. You know, you're going to start getting new friends or starting to access friendships, inner circle dynamics, right? Social standards that are better, right? Shifting out of that pessimistic mindset in regards to your friendships and your inner circle. What else here? All right, we have the Five of Coins. So the conflict that you were experiencing energetically was like a lot of changes for the negative in terms of finances or resources, like losing out on finances, constantly having to compete to get money or receive resources or receive the favor from people. And I'm not saying like getting money from people, but just receiving, like being highly favored, right? That was issues, right? So now you're going to start getting confirmations on just where this was coming from, but also a shift in energy with that Five of Pentacles. All right, so that's like wrapping up at this time. All right, then we have the High Priestess. Your intuition is starting to heighten. All right, you're going to start hearing more crow calls or more bird calls from your spirit animals. You're also going to, for those of you that are clairvoyant, okay, you can hear. You'll be able to hear, like, this is where you're going to start listening to, like, the music is going to start popping up in your ears again. If someone is mentioning your name, for some reason you're going to start thinking about a person, or for some reason you're going to mention that person's name, or you'll have an inkling to like just start thinking about a situation between you and a person because that person could be mentioning that situation. All right, so paying attention to your intuition at this time, all right, because it will be showing you certain situations that you need to know about, okay? With the High Priestess here, you could have had a conflict with someone that practices again, like I said, like that harpy energy, which like not everyone is a high vibrational high priestess, right? Some people do dark things, but the High Priestess confirming the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, that gives that conflict. So there was a High Priestess that could have been affecting protocol, your love life, your love relationship, a main relationship in your life, your friendship dynamics, the way you were thinking about yourself, your resources, your finances, the way you get your money, a cycle in regards to finances, but also energetically a lot of competitive energy. So this high priestess feels like they had to compete with you, and so they basically had to like throw a banana peel wherever you were walking type thing. And I do feel like because she is looking at this masculine over here, she could have been like doing this because of a masculine energy, or because she felt emotions for this masculine and she was doing this out of spite, right? That being said, you yourself, spiritual team said that you yourself are also a high priestess. Now, you may have a high priestess in your pocket. I don't know what that means. A high priestess in your pocket. So like you may not practice yourself, but you may go to like your spiritual woman or your spiritual guru or whatever to get your cleansings and stuff like that, or your protection, or like just to get things off of you, or to let you know, to give you information or something like that. This person does things out of love with the heart energy right here. This person only keeps high vibrational relationships in their life, and so whoever you asked for help, like you wore your sleeve, you wore your heart on your sleeve, and you told them about the situation, they helped you clear this energy out. Okay. All right. What else? Whoa, what is that? All right. We have the 7 of Pentacles. All right. We're gonna put it right here. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles, your luck is going to start growing. All right. With that harpy energy right here, like, yeah, I do feel like they wanted for you to have more energetic thief relationships and bad luck than anything else. Like they wanted you to have karmic partnerships than anything else, like stable relationships, like they wanted unhealthy relationships for you. But you have new beginnings, and so the relationships that you have moving forward will be a little bit higher vibrational, okay? And that's how you know your luck is coming back, all right? Yeah, we have the Death card confirming that there's going to be a big shift and change in regards to whatever was being projected, manipulated, or casted onto you. All right. I also see this as another omen in regards to they wanted a specific type of relationship to be dead, meaning no progress, no moving forward, no love, no spiritual contract. They wanted to end a new beginning for you before it even started, or they wanted to completely like snuff out your luck. All right. With the 2 of Pentacles, with the ticking time bomb, yes. Your spiritual team pulled the pin and it's ready because it's ready to blow up in their face. All right. So the 2 of Pentacles means that you will have a lot of things to do. You have to prioritize at this time. What is, and we're talking about finances, but also your lifestyle. What is very important right now for my household? What do I have to get done for my household or for my stability of my finances, right? Doing those things and taking care of those things because your spiritual team is taking care of blowing this shit up to whoever the fuck did this to you, okay? Because that card is going to be like a dead end. Like, that's it. We're done. We're not doing this anymore, okay? And this is a pheasant. And a pheasant is also a good energy in regards to abundance and prosperity. I do feel like that is another omen here in regards to how they were stealing your energy, siphoning your energy, or redirecting your energy so that way it can not progress, right? What else? What else do I need to know? What else do I need to know at this time? Okay, yes, we have Judgment here. So now anything that was energetically manipulated, casted onto you, projected onto you, right, that was affecting the love that you had for someone, the love that you had for something in your life, right, an area in your life. It could have been your career, it could have been a romantic partner, it could have been the love that you had for your home, your environment, the love that you had for your family, the love that you had for a specific type of friends or a specific type of person. Someone tried to sour that situation and now they're facing judgment in regards to that. We have the Knight of Wands as well. So now whatever was keeping you stuck with that Eight of Swords, you were uncertain, you didn't know which direction to go, you really doubted yourself, you were very fearful of, how to move next. Now you're going to be more passionate, you're going to be more active, more driven in terms of what you're going to do, leading to like your goals, your tasks, your ambitions, okay? So you're going to have this boost of energy moving forward, and that's where it's coming from. It was all the energy that was stolen from you, okay? Last messages. All right, we have the Hierophant here. So someone was trying to cause energetic conflict between your spiritual practices. All right, and when I say spiritual practices, this could have been your belief system. You could have started second guessing your manifestation skills. You could have started second guessing God Himself. You could have started second guessing your ancestors, your spirit team. You could have started second guessing your intuition, your spiritual downloads. All of this was a part of psychic attacks with the Nine of Swords, okay, causing for you to panic. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, for you to panic and hold on to the energy of fear, anxiety, and like the fear of what's going to happen next, basically, right? And now you're going to want to be more well rested. You're going to enjoy resting more. Okay, you're actually going to be able to get rest when you have time to rest. You're going to start being able to meditate more or have time to meditate. There's going to be more periods of time of reflection without haunting yourself with that Eight of Swords, right? Because sometimes that Eight of Swords talks about not even being able to journal because you can't even stand yourself, or can't even stand the situation, or can't even stand to write about it or think about it. And so that is being cleared up as well. We have the Hangman position and the Eight of Pentacles. And so whatever these people were projecting onto you, ticking time bomb with the Hangman, they're going to be stuck where the bomb will blow up in their face, okay? The Eight of Pentacles definitely talks about continue to work hard on whatever you're working hard on. Don't second guess yourself. You're doing the right things, all right? The energy that was being projected onto you was like to distract you from getting things done, from becoming successful, for engaging in romantic dynamics with someone, like to continue to work hard on the relationship, continue to work hard on your emotional healing, to continue to work hard on your emotional stability, okay, is what they're saying as well. So I'm going to wrap this up I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to get you specific ancestor channel messages because that's what I heard. And I'm going to close this reading, okay, my love bugs? You can tap in by commenting down a crow, a cardinal, because we have a crow, a cardinal, we have a pheasant here, we have a stork here. I did get snake energy for whoever these harpies are, okay? If you wanted to confirm in regards to that situation as well. We also have a goat, okay? Because you are the GOAT, all right? Another confirmation of a pheasant, all right? What else? I think that may be it. A peacock energy, ocean energy, all right? White horse energy, all right? And then you can put the 4-leaf clover as well if you want to confirm that look as well, all right? Let's get to your ancestor messages, and then we'll close out. And whenever, make sure you have the notifications on for whenever I go live again. You'll immediately get the notification, and you can just come right over. Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. All right, let's see. Here we get a few ancestor messages before we close out. All right, this is an old conflict. So this don't even have anything to do with something that happened recently. Okay? This has to do with something that's old. right? And this is why your energy was being siphoned. I heard siphoned, manipulated, played with, and trying to be blocked, okay, from progression. All right. So it had to do with some sort of old conflict between you and someone else. All right. And for some of you, I heard like with that moon energy from the previous reading that I couldn't even get the audio to work, which is interesting. It was like you didn't even know about this. You were completely like unaware that there was conflict to begin with, right? That someone was even competing in your energy or playing around in your energy, right? And they were impacting your spiritual downloads from your spiritual team or getting your insight from your ancestors, right? So we have communicate with your spirit squad, connect with nature, go outside in the sun. You may need to sunbathe, walk around trees and sit by the trunk of the tree to ground yourself. Focus on breath work. Allow nature spirits to assist you. So you may connect with nature spirits to communicate messages to you while you're meditating. You need to meditate outside, not inside. You need to meditate outside by a tree. Sit your booty on the grass. Okay? Sit your booty on the grass. This one on here. All right. Yeah, we have passive income. Some of you guys have YouTube. You'll get YouTube revenue. All right. That's confirmation for someone if you were thinking about that. And that was a part of the psychic attack. Like, like maybe you were thinking about doing a YouTube channel or you already had a YouTube channel and that was under attack. And so now you have that door, right? That open door. Like, yeah, the door is open. You got the key. You're going to be able to make some sort of passive income if you pursue this now. Okay. And we have a karmic relationship. It can involve an ongoing conflict, unresolved issues, and emotional burnout. Okay. This goes back to the old conflict. So the old conflict has something to do with the karmic relationship. All right. Whether it be yours or the karmic relationship of what was it? The harpy spirit that wanted to keep that karmic relationship or whatever. Like you're holding too tightly to a karmic relationship. That's really weird. All right. And then we have karmic debt signs, karmic debt owed, problems with unrequited, unreciprocated energies. Because you're prioritizing others' needs over your own, creating loss of resources. Again, another confirmation with the loss of resources. All right. And that can be significant as well. And then we have container magic, which is jar spells. Okay. Some of you guys will prosper with doing like jar spells with rice, okay, for luck, for joy, for abundance. So this could be road opening. This could be money rice. To attract good luck. You could do lucky rice, okay, things like that. That will help you to bring back. Remember, you're in this energy of shifting into good luck, right? So you want to make sure that you continue to attract it. So if you're the type of people that like to manifest, this is a time to start manifesting more money. This is a time to start manifesting more happiness, more luck, and things of that nature, okay? What else do they need to know? What else do I need to know? All right, we have someone is not telling you about lies, gossip, rumors that they spread about you. And this has something to do with that old conflict, okay? And karmic relationships don't always have to be romantic. They could be karmic friendships, my love. And you had like some beef. You had some beefaroni with somebody, all right? And you don't even eat the cow because you know the cow's sacred. All right, I don't know. Somebody wanted some beefaroni with you, and that's a hater. All right, the hater is mad about old conflict and they holding a grudge about a karmic relationship or whatever. Okay, so there could be a karmic friendship, a karmic relationship that this person had with somebody else, and they're trying to keep it. Whatever it is. You know, it was definitely impacting you. Angel number 3939, all right? which equates to 1212, boo, which equates to 33. All right. Shadow work. You definitely do still need some shadow work, maybe some tarot therapy. Okay. Which I do provide. I now call it like life coaching, the life coaching package, right? So it's like I do a little bit, like I read your energy, and then we dive into like what you need to heal, what you need to focus on for shadow work. All right, so you may need to do that. If you want to do shadow work in private, I don't think that you need to do more than like 2 journaling sessions for you to clear up this energy. All right, of whatever is lingering or whatever needs to be addressed within your own personal energy. All right. That being said, we now have love manifestation is now coming in this week for you. All right. So expect this to come racing in for you. You said hurry, so it's running to you now. Be ready for forward movement in love. So be ready. Right? That door is open. So now this energy is rushing in, right? What else? You need to know. What else do you need to know? All right, we have angel number 28, which equates to 10, right? So whatever this person was doing, or these people were doing in regards to this old conflict or this karmic relationship, or, you know, all these lies and all this BS stuff, you know, that was being projected onto you, those decisions that they constantly were making, constantly working on, that's going to come to a close because 28 equates to 10. All right. So there's a completion here in regards to this old conflict moving forward. What else? What else? All right, we have it's your light or your psychic gifts they want from you. They had ulterior motives. Okay. So I do feel like whatever, like that manipulation of energy, like that is very real. That manipulation of energy was because you had more, and I don't like saying stuff like that because then it puts people in the energy of competition, but I have to say it. Perhaps your light was vibrating higher, of a higher frequency. Maybe your light was how can I describe it? Like maybe this person's light was like a flashlight and your light was like a construction worker's light. You know how big a construction worker's light is? Like it flashes and it lights up a lot more, right? And so like maybe this person had a dimmer light frequency than you did, right? Or it was like more so they chose when they wanted to turn on their light, like a flashlight type thing, right? Versus you're like you're giving this energy of like you're constantly shining your light, right? And that light is definitely like it could have been your psychic gifts. Maybe they tried to siphon your psychic gifts or block your psychic gifts or cause blockages in regards to utilizing your psychic gifts the correct way, and getting the correct insights, right? And so that ulterior motive was because of that old conflict, right? And then we have business growth. So there could be shifts in terms of your office space, a loft, perhaps a storefront with a view, a retreat, a resort, something of that nature, something in regards to business growth. So there could be a shift or change. What is that? A relocation in regards to business. All right. Take the messages that apply there in regards to that. Can I get a few more? And then we'll close out. Find the messages. What else do they need to know in regards to the situation? All right. So I do feel like you guys could have Elegua as one of your spirit guides in your spiritual court. Okay. And so certain things happen because there could have been a disconnect between you and that specific deity. All right. We have profit coming in. So if you were losing out on money, you're going to be gaining money. Yeah, spiritual cleansing, spell work needed. All right. So yeah, some of you guys may need to do a cleansing to cleanse this energy off of you. Some of you guys with the spiritual cleansing, maybe you need to clear out a karmic relationship out of your energy. Maybe a karmic partner is in your energy still, and because of whoever's causing like this old conflict or whatever, it's still impacting you. So take that message how it applies. But if you already did that work, like you already detached from that karmic friendship, that karmic relationship, and you like did the cord cutting or the cord plucking, or you did your cleansing in regards to this, you may need a personal cleansing, meaning you need to cleanse your personal energy. All right. What else? The hater is blocked, period. Don't even worry about it. The hater is blocked. All right. Some of you guys will be able to finally start planning or pursuing like the capital investments that you want. All right. In terms of buying property, all right, getting into real estate, because real estate is also like a career field, right? You can be getting into real estate and learning stuff like that so that you can be able to make capital investments, or maybe you're purchasing land or purchasing, like being able to do those things, right? Maybe these people did not want you to stunt on them and have property and have like wealth, right? And it was definitely impacting those things too, right? Because if you don't have the resources or the funds to be able to get these things, if you're not getting profit, then you're losing out, right? And those were the ulterior motives. Anything else here? Your prayers have been heard. Your request will be delivered to you. Be patient. A miracle is on its way. A miracle is on its way right now. All right. What else? We have reflection, angel number 666. So yeah, it's time to meditate and reflect. So in your period of reflection, you need to reflect about, okay, so what energy was mine's and what energy was not mine's? And being able to claim and rebuke the energy that wasn't yours. So when you go like journal, or you're just sitting there in the reflection, like meditating and stuff like that, realizing like, wow, those pessimistic thoughts, those things that I thought about myself, or those things that I thought about whether or not I could or could not achieve these certain things, that was not my energy, and I rebuke it. I return it back to the sender, because I do not believe that. You need to say that. I do not believe this in regards to myself. I do not believe this in regards to my goals, or my vision board, or my career, or my body, or my lifestyle, or my relationship, right? You need to unclaim that energy and rebuke it, right? And then claim the good stuff, so that way you can start, like you need to block out that energy, not like the energy that was like projected to you in your mind, because you are the owner of your mind. And so you can rebuke thoughts that are not for you. Okay. And then the last message here is 777. Wonderful things are about to happen for you. And that's a beautiful way to close out the reading. All right. So let me know how this message definitely applied to you. Bottom of the deck. The results will come in by 3 days from now. You take that how it applies. The results will show up in 3 days. Peace, y'all.